بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful.
And two other servants went to jail with Joseph. One of them said, I dreamt I was pressing wine. The other said, I dreamt I was carrying some bread on my head, from which birds were eating. Then both said, Tell us their interpretation, for we surely see you as one of the good doers. Joseph replied, I can even tell you what kind of meal you will be served before you receive it. This knowledge is from what my Lord has taught me. I have shunned the faith of a people who disbelieve in Allah and deny the hereafter. I follow the faith of my fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is not right for us to associate anything with Allah in worship. This is part of Allah's grace upon us and humanity, but most people are not grateful. O my fellow prisoners, which is far better, many different lords or Allah, the One, the Supreme? Whatever idols you worship instead of Him are mere names, which you and your forefathers have made up, a practice Allah has never authorized. It is only Allah who decides. He has commanded that you worship none but Him. That is the upright faith, but most people do not know. O my fellow prisoners, the first one of you will serve wine to his master, and the other will be crucified, and the birds will eat from his head. The matter about which you inquired has been decided. Then he said to the one he knew would survive, Mention me in the presence of your master. But Satan made him forget to mention Joseph to his master. So he remained in prison for several years. And one day the king said, I dreamt of 7 fat cows eaten up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain, and 7 others dry. O chiefs, tell me the meaning of my dream, if you can interpret dreams. They replied, These are confused visions, and we do not know the interpretation of such dreams. Finally, the surviving ex-prisoner remembered Joseph after a long time and said, I will tell you its interpretation, so send me forth to Joseph. He said, Joseph, O man of truth, interpret for us the dream of 7 fat cows, eaten up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain, and 7 others dry, so that I may return to the people and let them know. Joseph replied, You will plant grain for 7 consecutive years, leaving in the ear whatever you will harvest, except for the little you will eat. Then after that will come 7 years of great hardship, which will consume whatever you have saved, except the little you will store for seed. Then after that will come a year in which people will receive abundant rain, and they will press oil and wine. The king then said, Bring him to me. When the messenger came to him, Joseph said, Go back to your master and ask him about the case of the women who cut their hands. Surely my Lord has full knowledge of their cunning. The king asked the women, What did you get when you tried to seduce Joseph? They replied, Allah forbid. We know nothing indecent about him. Then the chief minister's wife admitted, Now the truth has come to light. It was I who tried to seduce him, and he is surely truthful. From this Joseph should know that I did not speak dishonestly about him in his absence, for Allah certainly does not guide the scheming of the dishonest. And I do not seek to free myself from blame, for indeed the soul is ever inclined to evil, except those shown mercy by my Lord. Surely my Lord is all forgiving, most merciful. The king said, "Bring him to me. I will employ him exclusively in my service." And when Joseph spoke to him, the king said, "Today you are highly esteemed and fully trusted by us." Joseph proposed, "Put me in charge of the storehouses of the land, for I am truly reliable and adept." This is how we established Joseph in the land to settle wherever he pleased. We shower our mercy on whoever we will, and we never discount the reward of the good doers. And the reward of the hereafter is far better for those who are faithful and are mindful of Allah. And Joseph's brothers came and entered his presence. He recognized them, but they were unaware of who he really was. When he had provided them with their supplies, he demanded, "Bring me your brother on your father's side. Do you not see that I give full measure and I am the best of hosts? But if you do not bring him to me next time, I will have no grain for you, nor will you ever come close to me again." They promised, "We will try to convince his father to let him come. We will certainly do our best." Joseph ordered his servants to put his brothers' money back into their saddle bags, so that they would find it when they returned to their family, and perhaps they would come back. When Joseph's brothers returned to their father, they pleaded, "O our father, we have been denied further supplies, so send our brother with us, so that we may receive our measure, and we will definitely watch over him." He responded, "Should I trust you with him as I once trusted you with his brother Joseph? But only Allah is the best protector, and He is the most merciful of the merciful." When they opened their bags, they discovered that their money had been returned to them. They argued, "O our father, what more can we ask for? Here is our money, fully returned to us. Now we can buy more food for our family. We will watch over our brother and obtain an extra camel load of grain. That load can be easily secured." Jacob insisted, "I will not send him with you until you give me a solemn oath by Allah that you will certainly bring him back to me, unless you are totally overpowered." Then after they had given him their oaths, he concluded, "Allah is a witness to what we have said." He then instructed them, "O my sons, do not enter the city all through one gate, but through separate gates. I cannot help you against what is destined by Allah in the least. It is Allah who decides. In Him I put my trust, and in Him let the faithful put their trust." Then, when they entered as their father had instructed them, this did not help them against the will of Allah whatsoever. It was just a desire in Jacob's heart, which he satisfied. He was truly blessed with great knowledge because of what we had taught him, but most people have no knowledge. When they entered Joseph's presence, he called his brother Benjamin aside and confided to him, "I am indeed your brother Joseph, so do not feel distressed about what they have been doing." When Joseph had provided them with supplies, he slipped the royal cup into his brother's bag. Then a herald cried, "O people of the caravan, you must be thieves." They asked, turning back, "What have you lost?" The herald, along with the guards, replied, "We have lost the king's measuring cup, and whoever brings it will be awarded a camel load of grain. I guarantee it." Joseph's brothers replied, "By Allah, you know well that we did not come to cause trouble in the land, nor are we thieves." Joseph's men asked, "What should be the price for theft if you are lying?" Joseph's brothers responded, "The price will be the enslavement of the one in whose bag the cup is found. That is how we punish the wrongdoers." Joseph began searching their bags before that of his brother Benjamin, then brought it out of Benjamin's bag. This is how we inspired Joseph to plan. He could not have taken his brother under the king's law, but Allah had so willed. We elevate in rank whoever we will, but above those ranking in knowledge is the one all-knowing. To distance themselves, Joseph's brothers argued. If he has stolen, so did his full brother before. But Joseph suppressed his outrage, revealing nothing to them, and said to himself, "You are in such an evil position, and Allah knows best the truth of what you claim." They appealed, "O Chief Minister, he has a very old father, so take one of us instead. We surely see you as one of the good doers." Joseph responded, "Allah forbid that we should take other than the one with whom we found our property. Otherwise we would surely be unjust." Sadaqallah.